To make our reindeer, you're going to need these Rice Krispie treats that you can get at any grocery store. These little miniature pretzels, again, you can pick those up at the grocery store. 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of vegetable shortening. M&Ms. Candy canes. These are the fairly narrow ones. You don't want the really big, thick ones. Miniature marshmallows. And mini semi-sweet chocolate chips. Let's go ahead and get started on our reindeer. First thing I'm going to do is prep my candy canes that we're going to use as handles for our reindeer. Now I couldn't find any that didn't have the hook, and I really just want these to be straight, but if you can find some narrow straight ones, that's great. But what I'm going to do then is just cut these, and I found 4 inches is about right, which happens to be about even with the bottom of this hook. So I am just going to cut all my candy canes to that length, and you're going to need 1 candy cane for each of your reindeer. Our next step is we're going to take the candy cane that we just cut, and we want to stick it into the middle of the top of each of our Rice Krispie treats, about 1 inch in, so you leave about 3 inches of handle left. I'm going to just do that for each of my Rice Krispie treats. Next, we're going to make the eyes for our reindeer, and we're going to start with our marshmallows, and we're going to take a perfectly clean pair of scissors here, and we're just going to cut our marshmallow in half. Just like that, and we'll put them aside. That one fell in there. And we're going to do 1 marshmallow for each of our reindeer. To put the pupils on our eyes, we're going to use the mini chocolate chips, and I put a piece of tin foil onto a baking tray and put it in the oven for just a couple minutes to heat it up. And I'm going to take the flat side of my chocolate chip and just press it down lightly onto the tin foil. That'll melt the back, and then I'm just going to place it in the middle of the marshmallow. We need to make 2 eyes for each of our reindeer. This is what your eyes are going to look like when you're done. Once you get all of your pupils on, just set these aside to harden up. Now we're ready to make our dipping chocolate. So in my microwave safe bowl, I've put my mini chocolate chips, and to that I'm going to add my 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of vegetable shortening. I'm going to put it in the microwave for 1 minute and then stir well. Then put it in at 30-second intervals, stirring between each of those just until it's melted and it's a nice smooth consistency. We're going to take our candy cane and we're going to dip it just about 1/2 inch into our chocolate. We'll put the candy cane back into the hole we had. Make sure it's straight, and then we're going to stand it up on our baking tray. We'll do this for all of our Rice Krispie treats, then we'll set them aside and let them harden. You can put them in the refrigerator for 10 or 15 minutes to speed that process along. Now we're ready to dip our Rice Krispie treats. I have some of our dipping chocolate here, and we'll just take one of our Rice Krispie treats and we'll dip it into our chocolate. We want to cover the entire Rice Krispie treat. Once it's all covered, just let the excess drip off. Then we'll place it onto a parchment-lined baking tray. We'll just go ahead and dip all of our Rice Krispie treats and we'll be ready to decorate. Now that all of our Rice Krispie treats have been dipped, we're ready to start decorating, and the first thing we're going to do is put on the antlers, and for that we're going to use 2 of our small pretzels, and we'll place them up here at the top. Next we'll place on the eyes that we made with our marshmallows and mini chocolate chips, and we'll put them right below the antlers. Next we're going to put on the nose, so we're going to use M&Ms for that. I sorted out the red and the brown M&Ms, and we're going to put that on right between the eyes. Here you have our completed reindeer. Very simple and very cute. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of them. Then we'll just let them set up and harden. You can put them in the refrigerator to speed up that process if you'd like. Here are a couple of our completed reindeer. They're very cute just as they are, but you can certainly add more detail. Let me show you a few examples of what I did with mine. To add some of the detail, I used some sprinkles that I had in my cabinet. For the holly, harness, and snowflakes, I used Airhead bites. You can find them easily at your grocery store. I just used some cookie cutters that I had and the end of a decorating tip to cut out all the circles. So you can really get creative and make them really cute. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please join our channel. You can click the link up above if you'd like. We really hope to see you back soon.